There are few things that I like to film more than the American flag. The flag always seems to make us emotional. We pledge ourselves to it. We salute it. We even sing to it. No American can pass a day without seeing the flag. It's on our street corners. It's at our sporting events. It's even falling out of the sky. Sometimes I wonder if we see the flag so often that we don't even know what it means anymore. We cheer when we see it, but it's hard to tell just what we're cheering for. Sometimes it seems that we're just happy to be part of the American team, winning the World Championship every year since World War II. We seem content to just sit in the stands and cheer on the old red, white, and blue, and I'm as guilty as everyone else. But I'm trying to change all that. This week I decided to get in the game. I decided to involve myself in the fate of America. And this is the reason. I love this man. I could tell you why, but I won't. I'll just tell you that Barack Obama was what got me off the sidelines of America. Because of him, I sought to claim a small piece of the American flag for myself. My journey began as so many others do. Through Facebook, I discovered Jarrod Jenkins, the director of UGA students for Barack Obama. He told me that the following weekend he would be driving to South Carolina to knock on doors for Barack. I saw this as my chance to get in the game. I told him to count me in. Early Saturday morning, I met Jarrod in a parking deck on campus. He was with 6 other volunteers who had decided to make the trip. I had never met any of them before. They probably wondered why I was filming them. We set out in 2 cars for South Carolina, home of a highly important Democratic primary on January 26th. There was something uniquely American about that car ride. I wish that at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, the Founding Fathers could have peered into the future and seen a Dodge Stratus, filled with 4 complete strangers on their way to campaign door to door for an African American candidate, and in the meantime arguing about everything from health care to prayer in schools. I bet if they could have seen that, they all would have wanted to be John Hancock. As for the 4 of us, it was beginning to seem like the only thing we did agree on was Barack Obama, but that seemed enough to make us friends. My canvassing partner for the day was Nick, a sophomore from UGA. Nick was passionate about Barack, but even more importantly, he was a willing participant in my film. We spent all afternoon knocking. We were surprised at how friendly people were. Even the dogs seemed appreciative. Regardless of whether they agreed with our politics, everyone seemed happy to see 2 young people putting their beliefs into action. We knocked into the night. By the time we had to leave, Nick and I had spoken to several undecided voters about our love for Barack. I have no doubt that on that day we had changed some minds in that neighborhood. We influenced that campaign, and we claimed a small piece of the American flag for ourselves. When we are young, the flag seems to mean something magical. It means freedom. It means hope. It means justice. But then we grow up and our lives get busy. We have families. We have jobs. We have mortgages. And suddenly we begin to want a different kind of flag. We want a flag that can keep our families safe, our borders secure, and our paychecks coming every week. A flag that can bring us lower taxes, cheap oil, and by God, football on Saturdays. Give us that flag and we will rise for the national anthem. And at the end we'll cheer wildly for our security, our prosperity, and our football. But in all that cheering, it's easy to forget about another flag, another America, whose citizens can't afford to go to football games. These people are also Americans. They also love the flag. But they need a flag to do more than protect what they already have. They need a flag to improve schools, fight poverty, and provide medicine. Yes, they need a flag that can create great wealth, but they also need a flag that will share it. As for me, the flag still represents the greatest nation in the world. Sure, it's far from perfect. It has its tatters and its tears and its frayed edges. Often its government seems large and unfeeling and unresponsive. Often its politicians seem corrupted by the money of wealthy donors. And all that may be true. But with everything considered, this is still a country where individuals matter. It's still a place where people can come together and decide to change things. It's a place where anyone can come down out of the stands and get in the game. And it's a place where no voice is silenced, no matter what it happens to be saying. Despite being the world's most powerful nation, America is still a country where a single person who really cares and who has the courage to jump in the game can truly change things for the better. And that's something to stand up about. That's something to get emotional about. That's something to cheer about.